Good morning. It's Goal Call Monday. I'm Marcia.
And I'm Jackie. I'm so excited for Goal Call Monday. You guys, we come here live every Monday for Goal Call Monday, and this is your opportunity to claim some goals for the week. And when you think of goals, they should be like little, just like maybe suggestions of what you want to try for the week. It's not like they have to happen, but you want to try and push yourself and like write something down or claim something that you think might work or that you really want to try. So like this week, I'm finishing up an in-person yoga challenge. So that's going to be top of my priority for workouts is my yoga challenge. And then also getting back into the gym and lifting weights. I was hoping to do some weights last week, but I was literally swamped with doing yoga all week. And you guys, I'm exhausted. I've been doing yoga 8 days in a row. And I need like a yin class where I can just like chill and breathe because my body, I'm so sore. So that's one of my goals this week. And you know what I think I'm also going to do is I'm going to try and snap pictures of my meals just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm eating. And I totally forgot to get a picture of my breakfast this morning. But I'll try and like be accountable and share what I'm eating during the day. And that's just going to be just to help hold me accountable. And you will see that it's like super simple, easy stuff that I always make. So with that being said, I want to hear what your goals are in YouTube and Facebook Tribe. And Marcia, what's up, girl? How was your weekend and what are your goals?
It was good. We had a good weekend. It was just busy. You guys know that we are in the middle of our Happy New Year launch. So open card is this week. Go ahead and grab your Happy New Year. Well, it doesn't officially launch till Friday, but get in right now and you can look around the Plant Chicks lifestyle and see what you want to play with and look at some of the plant plates. But basically, we're doing that. So I'm busy with that all weekend and until January 17th. It's funny. One of my girlfriends was like, "You were not kidding." She was like, she's like, "Can we have lunch?" I'm like, "Nothing until after January 17th," which is all good, guys. We love what we do and are bringing our health, like plant-based health and fitness passion is what we do. And we're bringing it to you. And you guys have spoken and we're bringing what you guys want. You wanted more fitness stuff, a variety of it, plant plates, recipes, accountability, mindset is all right there. So we are working hard behind the scenes to bring this all to you. And you guys wanted weight loss for number one, and number two was a rear, happy new rear, right? A new butt. So if you want a new Plant Chicks Peach for 2022, and especially if you're over 30 or 40, we are bringing that to you with our Happy New Rear program that launches actually January. I think the Friday's the 15th or 16th. I can't remember. I think officially we're starting it on the 17th though, just FYI. So with that being said, my goals this week are just to keep up with our work stuff. So, I mean, it's just kind of plain and simple and, just getting through a lot of the stuff that we have to do. And behind the scenes, because we do have a lot of our online girls, you know what it's like. There's a lot going on. And we're excited about it. We're excited to bring it to you. And here's the thing, we're working hard behind the scenes to bring this to you, but we want to hear what you have to say about these programs. We want to hear what you have to say about the recipes, the nutrition, the people that we bring to you. Like we're going live with Dr. B tonight. We had our Plant You live yesterday morning. So it is on her page. Go check it out. I think Jackie sent an email out with it. We have it posted all over our social media. So if you want a little fitness and I would say gym motivation, go listen to that because it is imperative that you do this, especially over the age of 30. Really I would say start in your 20s, but if you're in your 30s, it is very imperative to do this gym motivation. And you have to watch the live to find out what. But that's my goals, is just to keep up with all the stuff we have going on and then to take a break after the launch. So with any launch, it's a lot of hard work, but also it's that relaxation and mindset where you have to unplug for a little bit to reset, to get motivation, to get back into it again.
Yes, and I love that you also are focusing on taking a break after because it is so important because we're going, and you guys, there's no one in this world who can go on adrenaline 24/7. We all need a break. We all need to listen to our bodies. So I'm really glad that you're sharing that you are going to be taking a break. Probably not the week after the launch, but the following week or like sometime right around in there. And I think that's really important. And my husband and I are going on a big vacation, so I'm waiting. Don't have to. I'm waiting until our trip if it happens. You guys were supposed to be going to South Africa for our anniversary, and there's so much stuff. And literally, South Africa is open, but a lot of countries are not allowing Americans into their country.
Mhm.
So right now, it's open, it's available. So who knows? We're like following everything super closely to see what happens. But that's what my break is going to be.
When is your trip, Jackie?
End of February into the beginning of March. It's like
Nice.
yeah. So, and we've got like a couple little weekend getaways, but nothing big. So it's all good. And I see someone's on here, like the streaming thing that we use. We can't always see who's on. So make sure you say hi and write in what your goals are this week, because we want to hear from you. And Marcia, we were talking with Plant You, and as women, y'all, it's so important that we do physical activity for our bone density and also muscle is more metabolically active than fat. So it's going to help you burn more calories. And I have show and tell today, you guys. So I went to my OBGYN, and I'm not sure why she did this, but at 40 years old, she actually did a DEXA scan, which measures your bone density. And I have that report here with me. And my lumbar spine, I was like rocking and rolling, the top of the curve. Can you guys see that? That side. It's like super high up there. I can't even point to the right direction.
Yeah.
It's super good. But then in my hips, my left hip is first. Oh, wait, that's the lumbar spine. Again, this is something that you guys want to have done. Usually it's at 50. It's not normally at 40. But my left hip, it was like middle of the road when I was 40. And it's really important. We can lose up to 10% of our bone density per decade if we are not doing strength training, if we are not eating nutritious and nutrient dense foods. So like the standard American diet can rob us of bone density. Inactivity can rob us of bone density. Drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, not getting enough sun. These all make our bones they make them fragile and they make them spongy. And as women, we need to make sure that we're eating nutritious foods and working out. And this is my right femur over here. And it was, again, like middle of the road. So then 10 years later, I go to my doctor and my lumbar spine is boom, it's still super high up there, which is really good. I'm like bragging on myself. It's kind of fun.
You need to, because these are results you need to brag about. Like, hey, because usually when people in their 50s, they start getting deconditioned and going downhill, you are maintaining and preserving what you have, and maybe even optimizing or maximizing from what you've learned over the past 10 years. So I think that's amazing. Brag on yourself.
Exactly. But then this is really crazy. And I literally just realized this today when I was showing Marcia before our Goal Call Monday. So my left femur, it actually improved. It's like now super high. And remember, it was like middle of the road. And then the right, it also increased. So it's super high instead of being middle of the road, which is really, really big. And I've got a lot of arthritis in my family. And arthritis can affect bone density, right?
I think it's around the joints.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
So this is like really, really powerful that my bone density, I did not lose any bone density. Number one, that's really big. I maintained, and then even in my hips, I increased, which is crazy amazing. But you guys, this also shows, like, I started going, because I was still drinking and partying. I was still working out when I was back in my like party days and like party girl period. I was still working out. I worked out pretty regularly. My diet was not that good, and I was also drinking a lot of alcohol. Remember, alcohol can rob us of bone density. But then at 43 is right around the time that I got sober, a month before my 43rd birthday. And then I greatly, dramatically improved my diet. I'm working out way more consistently, even though I was doing that pretty good back then. But now I'm even more consistent with my workouts, and they're not like anything super crazy. It's like consistency. Moving my body pretty much every day. It's a rarity that I don't, but I do take rest days occasionally. and my bone density improved. And that is powerful. And that's very exciting because you guys, if you know me, I like my coffee. Coffee can also decrease bone density. So again, if I'm going to keep drinking my coffee and drinking it more than 1 cup a day sometimes, then I really need to make sure that I'm consistent with my workouts and making sure that I'm doing something to strengthen my bones, like strength training, walking, jogging occasionally, but I'm starting to feel jogging in my hips. So I'm not liking jogging as much, but I need to make sure that I'm doing something to stress my bones, increase my muscle mass for optimal health. So
Yeah, but also you were saying, just to piggyback off what you're saying, you're postmenopausal, and being menopausal can rob you of your bone density too. So obviously the older that you get, you just have to really be careful. And they say later, like we listened to this osteopath doctor, and they said sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass, is the death of somebody who's geriatric. The loss of muscle mass, you guys. So if you don't use it, I mean, you lose it, and then you could break a hip. You need to be building not just strong. When you build strong muscles, it actually strengthens your bones as well, because your bones have to support your muscles, right? That's what it is in a nutshell. So your bones have to support your muscles, and they synergistically work together. So when you're in the gym, strength training, you're also not just toning your muscles and making your lean muscle more metabolically active, like gaining more lean muscle. You're working on that, right? But you're also strengthening your bones. It goes together. You want weight-bearing exercises. You need to have, obviously we stand, there's gravity, like, the earth has gravity. So just understand that. But you need to have pressure on your bones. So there has to be pressure. Walking is great for it. Cycling or biking is not, right? Running is great for it, like HIIT, jumping, any of that kind of stuff. But swimming is not. I mean, there's other cardiovascular properties to biking and, swimming. There's other properties, which is cardiovascular, but it's not weight bearing. You need to have weight bearing exercises. There has to be pressure on the bones. There has to be that gravity and that pressure to strengthen that. Because if you don't have rips in your muscles, like when you lift and you're like lifting in the gym, I guess last night I was in the gym yesterday, I was doing pull-ups. You're making these micro tears in the muscle. Our nutrition is going to feed it and heal it, and rest and recovery heals that as well. Sleep heals it. So just FYI, you need all that rest and recovery and that sleep to repair the muscle. And then you have to have that consistency of that strength training. And in turn, guess what? That strengthens the bones. And bone health is so important over the age of 30. Remember, Jackie just said you're going to start losing up to 10%, depending what you do, each decade. And if you do nothing every decade, you're going to be so deconditioned in your 50s. And that's where most people are like, oh, you're going downhill. They have those over the hill parties and you're considered old, is because you haven't done anything. I mean, we all know those, like, see, I'm 47, Jackie's 52. And I feel like we may be older physically, but we're young at heart. We're young mentally. We feel young. We feel vibrant. But we can also look and turn at people who are our age who have done nothing. They've done drugs. They've smoked. They drank. They've, had a negative mindset. They've never had really that healthy all around lifestyle. And
they work, and they don't take breaks.
The stress really ages you. There's all kinds of factors. It isn't just diet and exercise, right? We're just talking about certain components. Today we're talking about more strength training, but you look at these people who have not done strength training, right? Or any of the other lifestyle factors, and they look so old for 52 or 47 or whatever their age is. And we always think like, and mentally that's old. Like Jackie and I, joke around because we're at the delusional age where it seems like 50 and 60 seems old, but we're right there, right? Like Jackie's 52, I'm 47, I'll be 48 this year. And I was telling her, I was like, man, someone's old because they were in their 50s, but 50s is not really old when you get there. It's like we think when we're 20 and 30s, we think 50s old, right? And then when we get there,
wait, ladies, just wait.
Just wait. Just wait. No. And then when you get there, you're like, wow, this isn't really old. Like my mindset, I feel like I'm in my 30s in my mindset, but my body's like, physically 47. It's kind of crazy. But then I look at my counterpart that's 47 who have not been taking care of themselves. They're drinking like a fish every single social event. They're smoking. They're negative. Everything. We'll stress. We'll just say they have the gamut. They look like they're 55 to 60 just because they have not been taking care of themselves. And when Jack and I talk about optimizing your life, and I don't even like the term anti-aging because I'm not against aging. I'm about aging. it's about taking preventative measures to preserve what you have or optimize it, right? It's not about, oh, I'm going to stop the aging process. That's not going to happen. It's all about pro-aging, but how can I age quality, optimize, healthy? How can I age to be my best self at 47, 57, 52, 82, whatever age you are? Think about that, because you want to live the last half of your life better than your first, because you can live the last 20 years miserable in a wheelchair on medications because you didn't take care of yourself, or you can live the last 20 years of your life healthy and vibrant. Do you know that not Jack LaLanne, but he did live vibrant until he was in his 90s, and he died of like the cold or flu, and then boom, he was not on medications, nothing. He was working out till his 90s. Dick Van Dyke, that's who it is. He's in his 90s right now. He had this quote, the saying how he exercised for different motivational reasons per decade. And I saw that was so amazing. And he's in his 90s, still alive, and he's working out. He's the guy from Mary Poppins. I don't know if you guys remember Mary Poppins back in the day, but I didn't realize he was still alive. And I saw that and I Googled it. And I was like, oh my God, for sure. But he said he works out so he doesn't go to the hospital. There's like different motivations or reason. Like when he was younger, it was for aesthetics, then it was for health, and then it was for this. So and it is true in life. I'm not going to lie that like at 47, I don't work for aesthetics. I do like the aesthetics part of it, but there's other reasons now. I'm like, okay, bone density. I never would have thought about that in my 20s, about bone density, or even in my 30s. Would have you, Jackie?
Well, you know what? Back in my 20s, I was working at a fat farm. I was doing fitness and nutrition there. And literally I had to do talks on bone density. So I remember talking about it. I was working out all the time, but I wasn't working out for my bone density. I was just working out because, one, it was a great stress reliever, and two, I like super fly. So, I was, and oh God, those days were crazy. I would go out, I would drink so much, and then I would literally run 20 miles before like 8 a.m. It was insane. I have no idea how I did it. But yeah, actually, back in the day, only because I was teaching different like workshops about bone density that I thought about it, but that's not the reason I was working out. And I love that Dick Clark, he like works out for different purposes for each decade. And I agree, like with you, there is some vanity reason to why I do it, but also a big reason why I really do like to work out is for my own mental sanity, my own mental clarity. Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. But let me read this really quick. I don't mean to interrupt, but I just found I'm trying to find it. In my 30s, I exercise to look good. In my 50s, to stay fit. In my 70s, to stay ambulatory. In my 80s, to avoid assisted living. And now my 90s, I'm doing it out of pure defiance.
You have to post that. I love that.
I'll post that. But I just think how amazing. And he's in his 90s, still alive and well and, kicking. So I'm like, just goes to show you, you know what I'm saying?
That is my goal. I literally want to increase my health span, just kind of live like the Blue Zones way of living, which is what we really, really do. That's something that we really encourage you guys to look into is the Blue Zones way of living, predominantly plant-based, eating more foods in their closest to natural state, moving your body. We've got so many different workouts that you can do in Plant Chicks Lifestyle. We've got so many different recipes in Plant Chicks Lifestyle. And then here in the tribe, that community, you guys, we have to have like that huge support group of women. So one of the things, like women, we have a longer lifespan than men. And I've actually talked to some of my girlfriends. Sorry if my mother-in-law's watching this, but I've talked to some of my girlfriends because my husband is 5 years older than me. And I'm like, if he does pass away before me, which you guys, I'm going off on a little tangent here. I honestly think that my husband may outlive me. He comes from a family of really, really good genes. My family's genes are not as good as theirs. So we'll see what happens. But my lifestyle, I've changed things. And you guys know that
you can break the cycle.
Yes, our genes load the gun, but our lifestyle pulls the trigger. And I'm really changing my lifestyle from what I was raised and how my family lives so that I can break that cycle, just like you said, Marcia. So I am hoping that I can really increase my health span. And I've talked to my girlfriends. This is where I was going with the story. Talked to my girlfriends. I'm like, we need to get like a commune where all the girlfriends, we like live in this like we have to get like a whole condo or something, like a building, not like one condo, but a whole building. So we each have our own condo and we can like knock on each other's door. We have like a group area. Let's have some food. Let's go work out. Let's do this. Let's do that. Personally, I think that sounds like it would be so much fun, and stay tuned because this will probably happen.
No, I think a big giant house on the beach would be like a multi-mansion, multi-million-dollar mansion on the beach. We all have our own rooms would be awesome.
Fun?
Oh, I can totally see myself doing that for sure, you guys. So just if you're part of the Plant Chicks tribe and you want a retirement plan, and if our husbands die or significant others, die, just know if we're living healthy to 100 and we're in our 70s and 80s and our partner passes away, we are open to getting a multi-million-dollar mansion on the beach and living and thriving till 100 so we can take walks and cook with each other. I'm not even kidding you. You think
I'm totally serious too. I love this. And I love that. You guys, we have not even planned this or rehearsed this. We didn't even know that this is where Goal Call Monday was going. But it's so freaking funny. And now it's on YouTube. And
we'll go like, remember when we were in our 40s, we were like young spring chickens in our 40s, in our 50s, and we're like 80. You know what I mean? Like we were so young back then.
We were so young. Look at us. Look how cute we were.
It was kind of funny. It's like, I saw another like meme too that kind of puts things in perspective. It's like when I was 16, I thought, I was gross and fat and whatever. When I was 20, when I was 25, I wish I had my 16-year-old body. When I was 35, I wish I had my 25-year-old, and it kept going forth. And it's true. We always wish what we can't have, right? It's like, appreciate where you are now. It's like, okay, this is what I have now. This is what I'm working with. This is what I'm dealing with. Let me optimize what I have right now. Let me preserve it and see how I can age healthy, right? It's not even about aging, it's about living, right? Because we're going to age anyways. It's in depth. That's going to happen anyways. But it's about how can I live
optimally,
like right now in this moment. How can I live? What precautions can I take to live my best life? Because we know things that we're not supposed to do and we do them. Drinking, smoking, sugar, too much caffeine, all this stuff. It's like the list goes on. It could be little stuff, negative mindset, hanging around with the wrong people, like we're being in a stuck dead end job, and married to a partner like we can't stand, and we've been with them 20 something years, we're not changing our life. There's ways to change it. So today I put a post on there, like, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Marcia. I'm multi-passionate. You guys know us for health and fitness. I've been a health and fitness coach for 18 years, and past 13, well, I guess 12 now, maybe 12 years I've been plant-based. And then I've been a plant-based health coach, and 4 years with Jackie. This month on the 13th will be 4 years. Jackie, Plant Chicks birthday will be 4 years. Yeah. And there's different parts of Plant Chicks that Jackie and I have. Like we always talk about being entrepreneurs. We have like 7 forms of income with Plant Chicks. It's not just what you see online. So just FYI. But, for me, I've been doing it 18 years. I'm like, I need to expand myself and challenge myself because I already know what to do with health and fitness. Like a transformation never gets old. Never gets old. I don't care who you are. I love it. I love watching somebody learn their aha moments through brand new eyes. Like you guys are listening in, you're taking this in, and maybe what things that we say are new to you. But guess what? 18 years later, I'm not saying anything new for me because I know this is the same. I may have learned different stuff and had new challenges along my health journey for sure, but it still goes back to the same basics. Eat more whole foods. You got to exercise. You got to get sleep. You got to drink more water. You got to be with community, positive mindset. Like everything Jackie and I teach, this is what, I've been as a health coach, I was certified as a health coach 18 years ago. And this is stuff that we've learned about positive mindset. So this time, like today I posted like, I love I'm multi-passionate and I'm a passion person. So anything I am involved in, it has to be like for work or career wise, has to be passion. And health and fitness has been my number one for 18 years, but I still like to expand my horizons on other stuff. I still love wellness. I still love beauty and different aspects. So I started, what can I do to add to my challenge of life to make my brain like, lights me on fire, right? Because we all like to get burnt out on certain stuff. Not that I'm burnt out in health and fitness. I'm burnt out on my personal, I've been saying this 18 years. I need to channel this into other health and wellness things because it makes me happy. So, so I put that on there and my girlfriend made a snapshot. She goes, what does this mean? Are you not going to be a plant chick anymore? I said, oh, no. I'm
plant chick for life.
Plant chick for life. That's a given, And I said, but no, I need to expand my mental horizons, my brain capacity, and challenge it as I grow, because that's part of growing as you get older. You want to expand your brain, new challenges. It fires new neurons. It gets you excited and passionate, because Jackie had different areas where we're same and we love and we're passionate about, like plant-based health and fitness and working out. And then there's other things like hers is yoga and mindset. And I'm gravitated towards like cosmetic procedures and beauty in different ways, more on a cellular level, not just because it's like the aesthetic part of it, but like what it does, like what is this laser, how the BBL laser actually makes you look younger, like 8 or 9 years later, like 12 years later. And it's kind of crazy how it really makes the skin look younger. Like there's certain things like I'm like, oh my gosh, this is fascinating to me. And it's beyond the scope of like, I would say, just all over nutrition and fitness. It goes down deep. So even Jackie goes down to a spiritual level. Watching her get back to her yoga roots has been very refreshing. And I'm watching her, like she's posting her thing every day. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so cool. Because when I first met her, she was a real big yogi. And then she got into strength training. Then we created Plant Chicks, and certain things go on the back burner, and her yoga has not been a priority. Like she's like, I'm making it this year. So to see her thrive in her yoga, Jackie and I have our own personal goals besides Plant Chick goals that we want to accomplish. So with that being said, we're here to bring you our Plant Chicks lifestyle to help you thrive in your life. And it's not just fitness and it's not just nutrition. There's mindset. You get to expand your mind. This is what these conversations that we have this morning. If you're on here, let us know what your goals are. We want to know, like, just declare them. Every Monday is Goal Call Monday. And we declare our goals because guess what? Not only do we change, our goals change, our life changes, and you have the opportunity to change your life right now, no matter what area of life you're trying to fix. Isn't that right?
That is right, 100%. And one of the things, like, this is a really, really important thing, and I hope you guys caught this. So what Marcia is saying is she is passionate about health and wellness. She's been doing it for 18 years, but she needs to challenge herself and do something more. And this is one thing that we all need to do, you guys, and listen, take this in for our brain health. And you even said it, Marcia, like it's so important for our brain. If you listen, if you follow any neurologists or anyone who does anything with like Alzheimer, you'll see that people need to challenge themselves. You don't want to get into a routine. Like you don't want to have a routine like you wake up at this certain time every day and then you do this and that, and like your whole day is planned and you don't veer, you don't do anything different. It's good to have schedules, don't get me wrong there, but you need to change things up to keep your brain guessing. How many times have you been driving home from work or from the grocery store and you can't even remember doing the drive? It's because you're so programmed, and we need to get out of that cycle. We've got to challenge ourselves, take a different route, just because we've got to do this for our brain health. So what is it, you guys? What are some things that you are wanting to work on this week? What can you do even just today to be 1% better than you were yesterday? Yesterday, I had a pretty good day. I could have worked, it was a weekend, so I was trying not to work a lot, but we had to work a lot because we're in the middle of this whole launch, right? But I didn't get everything done, so I can be more focused with my time today, and that will be 1% better. Nutritionally, I was on point. I did my workouts, like all of that stuff was good, and I slept really well. But work, I need to be more laser focused. I need to put this thing away. I need to chuck it. I need to turn off my notifications and get some work done is what I need to do.
No, it all goes together. Like it's trying to do 1% better today. That's going to optimize your health tomorrow, because we're not going to see the results in this moment, but we see them the next day. Remember, the small little things we do today compound to tomorrow. Like, do I like lifting weights every day? No. But am I going to try to aim for 3 or 4 days a week? Yes. Right. Do I like, drinking nothing but water? Well, I do love water, but no, I like sparkling water. I love other stuff, but we know we need water for our health and for our brain and to move. Sometimes we're tired. We're like, oh, let me get the caffeinated drink. You might need extra water. That's why you're tired. It's making these small improvements and thinking differently as you go through your health journey, because it's not just about fitness and nutrition. I think that's what brings you to us. Like, you're interested in plant-based nutrition. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're interested in what are these Plant Chicks about? You see us doing with these 40s and 50-something-year-olds doing health and fitness, and you're like, look at these chicks. They look good. What do they do? But it's more than that. You guys know it's more than eating nutrition. Maybe nutrition brought you to us, but we want you to help you think and expand your mind that this is for the rest of your life, right? You have to eat predominantly whole foods for the rest of your life. There's no rocket science. If you're not doing any of the basic 6 things that we teach you, then no green juice is going to help you. No Prolon, detox, plant-based food fast is going to help you. No extreme exercise is going to help you. You got to get the basics in check, and you have to predominantly be doing these basics 80 to 90% to make headway and to be successful in your own personal goals. Because I feel like if you are successful and you're able to thrive in your own personal goals, it pours into everything in your life. If you're not able to thrive and you're feeling stuck and you're feeling, oh my gosh, this is like, I hate my job, I hate my partner, I hate myself, I hate this, I hate that. Because we have people that do that all the time. They come to us and they're just like, I'm just not happy right now in life. And you got to one, it's your mental health. There's something going on. And we were like, check your mental health first, because maybe you're doing so many of these other lifestyle factors that do not meet what you're trying to do. And you can't pretend to be like you're happy and healthy when you're absolutely not. And I know that firsthand. You just can't do that. Yeah. You have, and I know ways to strategize and fix it. Whereas before I'd be just like, screw it. And I'd be in this loop of unhappiness, right? All these unhealthy behaviors. I changed the loop. Like every now and then you can have your pity party. We're not saying you can't, like it's going to happen. Whatever's going on in your life, you're going to have your pity party, but no one's going to save you from it. You have to save yourself from it. You have to pull yourself out from it. You have to find strategies. You have to find tools. You have to find support. And that is why we're here, to help you get healthy.
That is right. And start small. If there's just so much going on in your life and you're feeling overwhelmed, start small. Choose one simple thing that you can do. It doesn't have to be major. It can be adding in an extra glass of water. It can be doing an exercise snack, getting up at the top of 1 hour and doing something for just 5 minutes. You start small, you start somewhere, and then you just keep doing that, master that, and then add in another very small thing. But listen to yourself. And let me just read this thing and I'll post it in the tribe. So this
yes.
So this is really good. This shared this morning. Your anger, it's telling you where you feel powerless. Your anxiety, it's telling you that something in your life is off balance. Your fear, it's telling you what you care about. Your apathy, it's telling you where you're overextended and burnt out. Your feelings aren't random. They are messengers. And if you want to get anywhere, you need to be able to let them speak to you and tell you what you really need.
Ooh,
powerful.
That is powerful. What is that off of?
This is Brianna Wiest. It was sent to me in a chat. It's so good. I'm going to post it.
That is very powerful. Yeah, post that, because I definitely want to share that too. That is speaks to me for sure. And I'm sure it speaks to you.
Powerful. You guys, we have to really pay attention to our feelings. And when something is going on, like pay attention and see what it is. Like sit with those feelings, explore them, figure out what's going on in your life and how you can make just a small, simple change to start reversing it and get out of that feeling. But no, we have to experience. We've got to sit through some of these feelings sometimes. But I'll post this in the tribe and also on Instagram for sure. It's so good, right?
Very good. And with that being said, Jackie and I are here to help you find your healthy. So let us know how we can help you. Happy Monday. Put your goals in here, declare them. That's the first step. You just got to start. Just put it out there, whether you believe it or not. We are here to help you believe in you.
Amen, sister. And ladies who are already part of our Plant Chicks lifestyle, recruit your girlfriends. Get your girlfriends to join the tribe, to do Plant Chicks lifestyle with you, because literally we are stronger together. We all need each other. We love you. We can't wait to hear your goals. Happy Goal Call Monday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.